Peace, peace, magical ones. Will your day as well. Decided to switch it up a little bit and come through with the video ditty for today. And I'm just going to make a little bit of a money incense, an herb incense that I'm going to make up real quick and burn to get some attractive money blessings flowing off up in here and all this new moon and Taurus chi. So I just wanted to share with you how easy it is to actually make your own herb incense, and you can burn this type of incense using a charcoal disc, and they have these under Swift Light's got some, and also another brand that I use is called Kings, and you can buy those in rolls, and you can use them to burn lots of little goodies and things like that. So today I decided to go with some herbs that are not only an earth element, because we're working in a Taurus moon, and a Taurus is an earth sign. So I thought, why not go ahead and incorporate all the extra chi that we can into this money incense blend. So I got some earth herbs. I got some patchouli right here. This is an earth herb. It's very good for grounding, and it's also very good in money spells. So it smells really good. It's one of my favorite. So I decided to put that in the mix. And then I have some sage here, and sage is obviously good for cleansing and purifying a space. It's also good to help focus. So using it, burning it during meditations or something like that is very helpful as well. And then I've got some rose petals right here, and roses are good for attracting, and they also bring in peace and calm. So I wanted to get some of that flowing up in here. As I burn it, the aroma is going to fill my space, so why not, you know, attract some peace and calm along with some money. And then right here I've got a big chunk of dragon's blood incense and resin, and I've actually rock some pieces off because this is really hard to crunch up, and we're going to have to do that a little bit. So I've got some little pieces of dragon's blood resin right here, and a dragon's blood is a good amplifier for anything that you're working with. So it's good to have that. It also is good for protection, so to protect your spells, banish evil or negativity, but it's also good in luck, in money and love. So that's the reason why I added it in here. So we've got these earth herbs, and we've got this dragon's blood resin to attract some money blessings over our way in this Taurus new moon. Definitely a money moon, as fertile Mother Gaia is ready to provide us with our manifested seeds. We just got to plant them. So that's what I'm doing. So this is really easy to do. You can just grind these up. You can use a mortar and pestle, which I already have a little bit in here that I've grinded up of the mixture that's on the bowl. Or you could use an herb grinder, or you could even crunch them up with your hands a little bit. It'll be hard to do with the dragon's blood if you want to do it with your hands, but you can just sort of leave it in chunks if you choose to do so. And if you don't have these particular herbs, you can actually get herbs from your grocery store or local farmer's market that are really good for making an incense as well. Rosemary can be substituted for pretty much any herb in any spell. It's healing as well. And thyme, basil, and sage can also be found at the grocery or farmer's market, and you can use those fresh, or you can dry them out, and you can really quickly dry them out in the oven. Just put your oven on its lowest temperature setting, put the herbs on a cookie sheet after you've washed them off and dried them, and pop them in there. Check them every 20 minutes or so, and when they're crunchy, they're dried, and you can use those in your spells and potpourri and incense and teas, whatever spirit moves you to do. So I've already got it grinded up here, but if I had not, I would just put some in there and get to grinding, mix it together a little bit. And you want to light your charcoal and actually let it burn for a minute, because we want it to get all the way white like barbecue charcoal before we add the herbs. So I'll just let that do its thing. So again, I'm doing this to attract some money blessings. Last night I went out and meditated in the dark chi of the new moon and set some intentions and things like that. So I just want to keep the chi flowing today. I was still feeling it. The new moon chi is out for 3 days, so definitely got to get it in. And I enjoy things that smell good, so I'm always trying to make a candle of some sort or get something flowing in the air, burn some sage or some incense or something like that. And I've got my little crystals here just surrounding what I'm doing. These have all been charged up. They know what they're for. And as I'm breaking it up here, even with my hands, or if I was doing it in the mortar and pestle, I would just be focusing my intentions, my wills on what it is that I'm trying to do here, which is the money manifestation. Getting the money chi flowing, and that can come in a myriad of ways. So it might be messages, it might be a check in the mail, find something on the street. You never know how your ditties will end up manifesting for you, but it's definitely fun waiting to see, especially when you know that it's going to work. And you can always amplify this up in any way that you choose to do so. You could add some money oil to it if you like. You can add some cinnamon. Some ground cinnamon is good for attracting money. Cinnamon sticks as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit in here and do a real quick grind. Our charcoal disc is almost ready, and I'll be able to add it. And the dragon's blood is really hard, so sometimes you actually have to get in there. That's okay. We love it. So you can choose how you want to grind it up. If you want to make it really, really fine, or if you want to leave it kind of chunky. I actually like to leave it a little chunky because I like the way that it looks. So it looks pretty, and you can put it in a sachet. You can put some of this in a bath. You could put it in a simmer pot on the stove with some water. Get those aromas of money just flowing all through the house, and that peace and calm. So I think that that is pretty good for my liking. Like I said, you could really grind it up all the way into a powder, and you can actually grind it up into a fine powder and make an incense cone, which I think might be my next video, that I show the family how they can make some magical incense cones. So this is kind of ready. I'm going to go ahead and put it on for time purposes for the video, and you'll see there that we got some incense. So if you want to know a little bit more about how to make incense and all of the magical scents and hints, check out the Facebook page. And if you want to get these herbs or the charcoal disc or the dragon's blood resin, we actually have those available on our website at l9shop.com. So be sure to check that out. And until next time, family, peace and love and magical blessings.